you do to give back?
Mm, I do a lot.
You
Actually, when I
really
leave here,
do.
yeah, I do a ton of
Yeah, you
volunteer
do.
work.
It's just so
I do a
great.
ton of fundraising. I actually every day, 6 days a week, I build in because I live and die by time blocks. I'm a time blocking machine, right? So every day I build in a minimum of 1 hour per day that's doing nothing but actually generating or creating money for charities. It's a big deal to me, and a lot of it, almost everything that I do as far as charities is going to veterans and veterans causes. Um, and it's extremely important to me. There's a lot of people that came home, but they really didn't come home.
Yeah,
They just didn't.
yeah.
I remember, I think you were here when I went to the funeral in Texas.
Yeah.
He had just come back from
Heartbreaking.
a deployment and
Mm-hmm.
he didn't make it. He came home, but he wasn't here.
Yeah.
So, anything that I can do, and I view it almost, again, coming from a place of service. I want to be of service. And you could even view it almost like, I never thought about it until just now. It's almost like alcoholism. In order to keep it, you have to give it away. That's kind of how I feel about my own sanity, honestly, with the issues that I've had to deal with through the years, mentally and emotionally, from the things that I've seen
Yeah.
and the things that I've done. So this is my way of staying, I guess, level and sane in my own head. Because I've seen it, guys are doing good until they aren't, and then they just
Yeah.
go off the rails.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's always sitting there waiting for you. The insanity of, and usually, when it comes to PTSD and different things like that, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to go out and get drunk. No, it gets down to either I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill somebody else, I'm going to do something like completely off the reservation.
Yeah.
And I've just made it a goal of mine to do anything I can to help other veterans or veterans causes that are doing great things for veterans whenever and however I can, based off of the skills that I have available to me.
Yeah. How many people do you know that time block to make sure they're doing something for charity every day?
He's the first one I've ever
I
met.
know he's pretty on the outside and dynamic on the inside.
I do it every day.
It's just
I have to.
so amazing.
I have to. But it also builds me into other things where, I spend, like, actually tonight I'm meeting up with some people, and tomorrow night as well. It's our way of sort of sitting down, and I associate with other individuals that have been through those things as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes they need, whether Kim has done it for me. There was one moment where I had a really bad breakdown, and she had called one of my friends. Next thing you know, there's 10 of them there. 10 combat vets. They all showed up, and it changed. It changed my life at that moment. And that's what I needed.
Yeah.
We need more of that,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I think one of the next big things that I really want to get into, I'm not even sure how to start, is, a lot of the homelessness and addictions and things that come from PTSD isn't just a combat thing. So I will start with that. Traumatic events in life, right? Some people are addicts or addicted to whatever it might be, but some people are just, they've been traumatized, whether it's through, crappy parents or violent abuse or, whatever it might be. I can't help or save everybody, but I can try to do what I know, which is veterans. And a lot of these veterans are homeless and addicted. And, I've been trying to help out with these other different charities that are standing up to address that and to get them in the treatment facilities. So one of the big ones that we try to help out every year is Mighty Oak Foundation. And we give them money. Actually, one of the guys that comes out to all of our events, he was a Marine in the Marine Corps, and he was actually on the news. He had an episode in a specific type of a restaurant, an Iraqi restaurant, and lost his mind.
Aw.
Absolutely lost his mind. Now, of course, if you looked or listened to the media at that time, they were demonizing this guy. And it's easy to demonize somebody when you've never experienced what they've experienced. This guy was a freaking war hero, but unfortunately, the war, he came home,
But he wasn't there.
but he wasn't home.
Mm.
Some people come home, but they still aren't home. So, we actually paid to get him into this facility. They took him in quickly, and we do a lot. We donate a lot of money to them, because what's great about Mighty Oak, if somebody has an alcohol addiction or a drug addiction or whatever it might be, in order to get into a facility, it takes time. It's very rare when it's like, right now, I'm having my moment right now, and I want to go somewhere right now.
Mhm.
Usually you have to wait a month, 1 to 3 months. Mighty Oak, we gave a call, or not me, but one of the brothers in the organization that we're with, and same day got him on a plane, sent him over there, got him treatment, and he actually that's where he works now. That's his full-time job.
Wow.
After he got out of the Marine Corps.
Wow.
So we do a lot for them. We do a lot for a lot of organizations. Some of the organizations that we help raise money for, Like one, Warrior Built Foundation, fantastic. They're actually sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. They're sponsored by Lucas Oil and a lot of places. You can come in with a master motorcycle mechanic, and he will help you work on your bike. You can come in and work on your cars. They have a mixing studio. They have daily therapy sessions where you can go in and group therapy or individual therapies. They have a whole lot of different things there, and it's for combat vets.
Yeah.
So and it's not just the stuff you're doing, it's being around other people that get it.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part for a lot of people that have, been in warfare. When you come home and you're hanging out at wherever people hang out, right? And you start to have a conversation, you feel so alone. You feel empty and alone. That's the hardest part. And the first thing is to get around other people that can relate, understand, and appreciate. And when you have that bad moment, it's going to happen, you have somebody that you can lean on, and vice versa. So that's where I spend most of my time for charity, is raising money or awareness or whatever else for vets.